Hi guys, so as requested by some of my subscribers, I'm doing an updated foundation routine along with highlight and contour, and I'm mainly using products that are available in India. Super fast forward to the finished look. If you want to see how I did this, stay tuned and let's get started. As you can see, I've already done my eye makeup and I'm going to start with my base. The first step is to moisturize. You can use any moisturizer. I love Embryolisse as it's super hydrating. Second step, prime your face. I prefer putting it on with my fingers instead of a brush as I can feel where I'm applying it and I can really push it into my skin. Always use primer when you know you have to wear foundation for long hours. It really helps the foundation glide on smoothly and prevents it from settling into the pores. And the third step, you know it, it's foundation. I'm using the Kryolan Derma color palette. It's a super heavy cream foundation that lasts for hours. I use D65 all over my face, so that's my primary foundation shade. I use DJ2 for contouring and DF1 for highlighting. And last but not the least, I use D34 for color correcting my horrid dark circles. Because these derma colors are really heavy, I like adding a few drops of the dermablend to make it more of a liquid texture. Using a paint knife, I've scooped some of the D65 onto the plate like so, and I'm adding a few drops of the dermablend and mixing it in. So that's the kind of consistency I'm going for. Using a dense foundation brush and my beauty blender for that airbrushed finish. Starting off by applying the foundation on the forehead and blending it out with the damp beauty blender using tapping motions. So I'm repeating this all over my face and even going down onto my neck, so you know it all looks the same shade. This is the finish I've achieved with just one layer of foundation, and because I've only done one side, you can really see the difference for yourself. I have major discoloration under my eyes, slight darkness on my cheeks, and slight darkness around the mouth as well. And once again, let me just show you a close-up of how my dark circles look. They're quite ghastly. Okay, so today it actually isn't as bad and it's a good eye day for me. And with the magic of editing, I'm just quickly showing you the other side. I always make really weird faces while doing this. I don't know why, it just happens. I'm now using a smaller brush under my eyes. It's the same D65 shade I use as a base. I'm applying it in tapping motions and then moving on to the color correcting with my D34. Since the darkness is sort of bluish purple, I'm using a yellowy orange color. Taking a wee bit on my paint knife with one drop of dermablend and mixing it, I'm applying it with that same brush. You can already see that this color correct has made quite a difference. I'm doing the same on the other side and blending it out with my beauty blender. Tell you a little something about my eyes. The area underneath is quite sunken, so no matter how much correcting I do, there's always a shadow that's cast and it always looks darker. Well, unless you see it in this angle. See, it's kind of less now. Well, there's only so much I can do. Oh well. Next step is to go back with that D65 shade and apply that under the eye and then blend that out. And then also taking what's left of that D65 and blending that onto my neck because you know we want that to look the same shade. And now since we're done with color correcting and base, let's move on to contouring. I'm now taking the shade DJ2 and mixing at least 4 drops of the Derma blend because I want to make it quite liquidy. But first let me show you where to apply it. Just feel along, press along the underside of your cheekbone, and right where you feel the ball of your bone, that is where it ends, that's where the contouring should stop. I'm also running that along my temple. If you have a small temple, you can definitely skip this part, going along my jawline and also bringing it down onto my neck. Now moving on to contouring my nose. I always do the sides of the bridge of my nose and also the tip. And for me, I also go on the sides of my nostril. And now we blend. Remember, the less pressure you apply on the outer part, the darker that region will remain. And as you go on the inner side of that line, you apply more pressure so that blends out more. and it gives you a very gradient effect. Now let's move on to highlighting. Using the color DF1, I'm applying that with that same dense foundation brush I used earlier, applying that to all the high points of my face, above my cheekbones, that is on the center of my forehead, and on my chin as well. Only do this if you have a small chin, along the bridge of my nose and on my cupid's bow, and also right beneath the brow bone. And I'm just fast forwarding the blending part. Next step, I'm applying a loose translucent powder from Kryolan in the shade TL4. I'm applying that with a large tapered brush, and I'm just rolling that onto the face really lightly. So we just want the powder to sit on top and really get absorbed into your skin. I'm now switching to a concealer powder brush for the smaller under eye areas. Just let the powder settle in for a few minutes and did my eyebrows, and I'm back now. Taking some fixing spray and misting it all over my face because I don't want an uber matte look. Also because I'm going to apply a cream highlighter next. Note, never apply cream directly over powder, it will create a lot of texture. Okay, so I applied that on the top of my cheekbones and on my cupid's bow. Taking a powder highlighter and dabbing that slightly above where I placed the cream. We're now moving on to powder contour. As you can see, I've almost finished my favorite bronzer. You know where to apply this, right below the cheekbones where you would apply that cream contour shade, so right over that, along the jawline. I also ran some along the temple just so everything looks sort of the same shade and brings some warmth in the face. Now I'm moving on to blush because I want to add a little more rosiness to my cheeks. I'm applying that with a duo fiber brush. So this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and hopefully you've learned something too. This Kryolan Derma can be quite tricky to use. Okay, so you know the drill. Feel free to comment below and please do suggest what you'd like to see for future tutorials. And I'll see you guys really soon.